And you're good to go?
Where were you on that one?
All right, guys. We are here at the MSC at JMO's Bowl here in the Faribault, however you say it. I always say it wrong. Championship match between Gene Kiphuth and Tom Corbett. As Gene starts out with a very flush 10-back strike. Um, both guys have not won a MSC title. This is one of the I believe Kiphuth has only bowled a couple tournaments here. Corbett has bowled a bunch. He's an ROG. Kippy, I believe, is a regular. So this is a regular versus a ROG match here. As Corbett also 10 back. Both these guys have bowled really good all day. Kiphuth just missed being the second seed by a few pins. Tom Corbett had 300 in Game 6. So it just tells you how he's been throwing the ball. Ooh, and then just a kind of a good, weird, flat 5-pin hit there, but not a big deal. Tom Corbett, he was plus 534. Steve Bone was plus 510. Gene Kiphuth was plus 44. Chad Nelson at 471 over. And Rod Neuenschwander at 446 was our top 5. So we actually didn't need to put any ROG or Super Senior in the step ladder today because Tom was the leader as the ROG. All right, so strike spare for Tom Corbett. Gene getting up to look for his double. And 10 back again for Gene. Like I said, both guys throwing the ball really well. Scratch totals were great. Scores were pretty high today here at JMO's. Big shout out to Amanda and Ryan for hosting us today. We had almost 60 bowlers. We had 59 bowlers today, which was a lot for a 16-lane center, but we made it work. Gene up for a 3-bagger here, turkey. Looks okay. Just needs to go down, and it does. It gets down, and it's three 10-back strikes, man. He's throwing the ball well. Tom's going to have to answer back here just to make sure he puts the pressure on Gene, who I believe is his first step ladder ever. So can't quite see it, but it's a little warm in here. And good shot by Tommy. Answers back with a strike of his own. It's a little toasty in here with the 59 people in a smaller center, so it's a little hot. I didn't have any complaints about approaches all day though, so I like that's a good thing. All right, knock it over for a double back at Mr. Gene Kiphuth, senior Laker carry, real old guy carry. So we bowled on the 2019 Dick Weber pattern. I believe it's 45 feet, 28 mils, something to that extent. I'd probably say that Tom, almost not quite 10 back, but a 4-bagger here now for Gene to start his championship match off. I'd like to say that Tom, though, bowling yesterday at the CBA was probably great practice for today. We actually bowled on a 48-foot Badger pattern yesterday at Cedarville. So watching myself, he pretty much at the same area of the lane. Both of these guys are in the same area of the lane that a lot of guys got to towards the end of qualifying yesterday. That scored well. Got that one a little light, but it still ended up carrying. So first championship match of Gene's career here at the MSC, and he starts it with a 5-bagger. Little 5-in-a-row action against Tom Corbett. So again, gonna have to answer back with the only spare on the board. Ooh, and just a goofy little light hit, didn't quite turn in the pocket. Got the 8 to go, so no 8-10. Keeps him well in the match, technically still. Spare is going to be crucial. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but neither guy. So this is a somebody as I think somebody on K-Fan says it. I think it's the common man. Somebody's O has got to go. Somebody's going to get their first title today for the MSC. All right, needs to have it here. Gene doesn't seem like he wants to miss. Looks all right. Just I thought it was gonna skid a little bit more, and it just didn't quite. So split is not great. Spare conversion would be huge to keep him well in this match. Otherwise, Gene may find a way to run away with it here. Oh. Not quite. So, split open here for Tom in the 6. If Gene walks up and throws another one for 6 in a row, it's going to be quite tough for Tom to fight his way back into this one. All right. Gene for 6. Yeah, he's quite locked in. He's a little locked in right now, so front 6. Now we may be looking at, is Gene going to throw a 300 in his first ever championship match? I don't want to black cloud it. It's not live, so we can't. He doesn't know what I said. No jinxing here. Oh man, and I did it. I jinxed it him. I said it, and then he did it. That's on me, Gene. If you watch this video, that's my fault. So, got a little more wide than his last few shots. It hit the pocket a little behind the head pin. He leaves a 10 pin. Okay, let's pick it up here, and he'll be okay. Uh-oh. And it hooked. Man, I didn't think it was going to hook. Okay, so front 6, 9 spare for Gene. It's on 279 pace. Tom's really going to have to double up here to try to find a way to force Gene to make sure he at least continues the mark. So the double here is huge to keep Tom in the match. Oh boy. And just not. Unfortunately, just another split there for Tom. Essentially makes it almost impossible for any way for him to make a comeback here. Yeah, spare would have helped, but makes it a little. I'd never say impossible, but very improbable. We'll say the pattern today. I actually got a lot of compliments from a few people. A lot. I said a lot and a few at the same time. Doesn't make sense, but just the ball just doesn't seem to be driving. Oh, I didn't even see the 8. I sat down. I didn't even see the 8 pin, so the ball's not quite driving, unfortunately for Tom here. But like I was going to say, got quite a few compliments that the pattern played fair. If I had to guess, scores weren't great to start, and they got better as the day went on. Maybe like a 195 average for the field is what I would guess.
And they got it in on that last one too.
All right, so.
The other ball, which I was half thinking of throwing it, and then I struck like 3 times on the other.
Yeah, Gene's quite locked. So I think Gene's gonna stays clean here. Gene might go on. Not might. He's got a very good chance of going on to win this title here, winning his very first MSC title here at JMO's to start the new 24-25 season. Yeah, he's carrying everything at this moment. So when it works, it works. And unfortunately, Tom had it all day, and just a couple weird frames pretty much cost him his chances, and ran into a buzzsaw of Gene. Yeah, he made a ball change. He was talking to these guys.
Keep it in the bag, Corby.
Yeah, keep it in the bag. He had thought about throwing that one, it sounds like, and didn't because he threw well with the first few shots, and then he stood, and then, so I wouldn't be shocked if he ended up striking out here. Yeah. Oops. As John Holmes would famously tell me, as long as you say oops, nothing counts. So, Gene Kiphuth will go on, since he already has enough, to win his first MSC title. Oop. That goes here. Yep. Jeez. Tony's throwing stuff at me here. I probably can't see, but I'm guessing Tom struck again. Yep. Like I just said, he's going to end up striking out by switching balls here. I think a couple of his friends over here is going to give him a little bit of crap for not switching sooner. I don't know if it would have helped with the way Gene's throwing the ball. And that.
I don't think he's going to shoot 289.
Correct. So Gene is going to shoot 270 plus here. Yeah, see, why didn't he throw it sooner? I figured he was going to strike out. 193 for Mr. Corbett, and 270 game for Gene in his first championship match.
I just told Mike I don't think he had 289.
So Gene for the final ball, unless he decides to quit, for the win. Yeah, 276. 77. 277 for Gene, and he is your champion today at JMO's. Wonderful bowling. Next month we're at Split Rocks on August 17th. Hope to see everybody there. Have a wonderful day.